When you walk down the seafood aisle at the grocery store, you've probably seen those bright red and white sticks labeled imitation crab. Maybe you've had them in sushi rolls, seafood salads, or the famous California roll. But here's the big question: if it's called imitation, what exactly is it imitating? And more importantly, what is it actually made of? Today, we're going to dig into the fascinating story of imitation crab, where it came from, how it's made, and why it became so popular. Because behind this everyday food is a surprising mix of history, culture, and science. Let's start with the name. Imitation crab, also known as crab stick or seafood stick, is called surimi in Japanese. The word surimi literally means ground meat. This technique of grinding inexpensive fish and shaping it into something new is centuries old in Japan. Fishermen used it as a clever way to preserve their catch, turning less valuable fish into a longer-lasting product that could be shaped into cakes, sticks, or patties. In other words, imitation crab isn't fake food, it's a food tradition that's been around for hundreds of years. But the imitation crab we know today came about much more recently. In the 1970s, Japanese food scientists refined the surimi making process, blending modern food technology with this traditional method. Their goal was to create a product that looked, tasted, and felt like crab meat, but at a fraction of the cost. By 1975, the first commercial crab sticks were launched in Japan. They were such a hit that by the 1980s, imitation crab had spread all over the world, appearing in sushi rolls in Tokyo, seafood salads in Europe, and even American diners. So, what exactly is imitation crab made of? The main ingredient is usually a mild white fish like pollock. First, the fish is deboned, washed, and ground into a smooth paste, that's the surimi. Then, other ingredients are added to give it structure and flavor. Starches help it hold its shape, egg whites or proteins bind it together, sugar or sorbitol keeps it moist, and a bit of vegetable oil improves the texture. To get that signature seafood flavor, manufacturers often use seasonings or extracts, sometimes even from real crab shells. And the bright red coloring you see on the outside? That's just food dye added to mimic the look of cooked crab legs. Now, why did imitation crab become so popular? The answer is simple: cost. Real crab is expensive, seasonal, and labor-intensive to harvest. Imitation crab, on the other hand, is affordable, consistent, and available all year long. For sushi restaurants and seafood salad makers, it's a reliable way to keep dishes flavorful and prices affordable. For home cooks, it's convenient, ready to eat, and doesn't require cracking shells or picking through cartilage. Of course, the taste is not identical to real crab. Imitation crab is softer, more uniform, and doesn't have the same flaky richness as fresh crab meat. But in recipes, like California rolls, crab cakes, or seafood pastas, it works perfectly. On its own, you can usually tell it's not the real deal, but when mixed into dishes, it does exactly what it was designed to do: give you a crab-like flavor at a fraction of the cost. That being said, imitation crab isn't without its critics. Some people dismiss it as fake food or too processed. The truth is, it's made from real fish, but it is more processed compared to fresh seafood. Think of it like hot dogs, chicken nuggets, or veggie burgers. It's not pretending to be the real thing, it's just another version of food innovation. There are a few downsides worth noting. Some brands contain allergens like egg, gluten, or even crab extract, which means it may not be safe for people with dietary restrictions. And while it's affordable and convenient, nutritionally, it doesn't pack the same punch as real crab, which has more protein and fewer additives. But love it or hate it, imitation crab has earned its place in global cuisine. From sushi rolls in Japan to supermarket shelves around the world, it's proof of how tradition, science, and practicality can come together to create something new. It may not be real crab, but it has a real history, and that's what makes it so interesting. So, the next time you enjoy a California roll or toss some seafood salad onto your plate, you'll know exactly what you're eating. It's not a mystery meat, and it's not entirely fake. It's a centuries-old idea transformed by modern food science into one of the most recognizable seafood products in the world. Thanks for watching History of Things. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And let us know in the comments what everyday item you'd like us to uncover next.